Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? Can you guys see me? Probably can't see me yet. Dude, today is Tuesday, December 4th, 2018. That's right, December. Tuesday. December 4th, 2018. Can you believe it? And it is the first and last time it is ever going to be Tuesday, December 4th. 2018. So we have to make sure that we make the most of this absolutely spectacular day. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? I think we all agree. I'm still trying to pull up the thing here. My phone is moving super slow, and that's how I get to see who's in here, who's not in here, who's doing what, and who's not doing what. But I got to tell you, man, it's cold up here in this little utility closet of mine, this little area, the Hashtag Rise and Grind studios. It's cold up in here today. It is supposed to be a high of 36 degrees. What is that, man? 36 degrees? What are you supposed to do with a high of 36 degrees? I got to tell you, I'm not necessarily built for these kind of temps, okay? Let's just say I'm not built. I got kind of a little bit of a thinner frame. I got a high metabolism per se. And my bones get stinking cold, man. Your bones get cold. My bones get really stinking cold this time of year. And my phone still won't pull this stuff up. But my bones get really stinking cold. But listen, I'm not built for this cold. Like, I'm totally not built for this cold. It's not how my body type is. But I sure am thankful I'm in here, man. I'm thankful I'm inside. You know, when it's cold out there like it is, there are homeless people all over this country, man. There are homeless people all over the place that are having to brave these temps. They're having to sleep outside in these temps. And I always think about them whenever it gets really, really cold like this. I always think of the homeless people that are out there, and I always think how thankful I am. Don't get me wrong, man. I don't like the cold. My body's not built for it. But my goodness, I am so incredibly thankful to have a roof over my head on days like today. I am so incredibly thankful for the abundance that is in my life, especially, you know, on a day like today. It's just something that I think we all take for granted. I think it's something that we can easily take for granted, you know, and we got to not do that. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is we got to not do that because, yes, it's cold, but I can tell you, man, it could be a lot worse. I've been there. I know what it's like out there. It is not fun. So with that said, will you do me a favor? If you have a chance and go by say you make it by like, I don't know, the grocery store or a gas station or something like that this morning, will you do me a favor? Will you buy some of those hot hands? You know those little hot hand things that you could just pop the pack and it warms up your hands? Will you buy some of those? If you're in a cold area, maybe buy some hot hands and just keep them with you. Throw them in your backpack or your briefcase or your purse or whatever. And if you happen to walk by someone in the street that looks cold, if you just happen to walk by someone, would you just throw them some hot hands, man? Just throw them some hot hands. Something that's all it takes. Sometimes that's all it takes to change somebody's day. Sometimes that's all it takes to warm somebody up. You can just throw them a little pair of hot hands. And more than just the gesture of the hot hands that kind of warms them up physically, you can warm up their heart spiritually. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. So I've got to, what am I doing? All right, cool. So check it out. We're going to kick things off this morning. I got a couple things I'm going to go over with you. I want to talk to you about this trip that I had, this experience that I had here in Miami last weekend. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that. And then I also want to talk to you about some fears that I've had with this group. And then I also want to talk to you about some visions that I've had with the group, some really incredible visions that I've had with the group that I think that we can make happen. Before we do all of that, let's play, you know what? My man Tony with the Keys. You guys know Tony with the Keys? My man Tony with the Keys has been in New York the last few days. He's been living out one of his dreams. He's been out there living out a vision. And so I'm going to go back real quick and let's get things going with a little Tony.
I just like the sound of it.
I'm a hustler on the grind. You a hustler on the grind. I'm a hustler on the grind. Yeah, we some hustlers on the grind. Look, Dave said make a video on why I deserve to be at Hustle and Grind Con. I said, Dave, that's easy. Everybody knows that I'm an icon. Yes, Tony with the Keys, Mr. $1 Billion Drive. Since 1986, I've been a hustler on the grind. Put it all on the line. Every single time. You don't work, you don't eat. You don't grind, you don't shine.
Oh, whoa. I didn't mean to do that. You guys are like, dang. Hey, that's my boy Tony with the Keys. You can check that video out. He's awesome. He's in New York right now, but I gotta say good morning to you, and I need you to say good morning to me. So we're gonna have to go. I can't. Well, maybe I can. Let me see. Let me try this.
I just like the sound of it.
I'm a hustler on the grind.
What if I go like that?
On the grind.
What if I go like this? You guys are like, dude, he's crazy this morning. What if I go like that? There, can y'all still hear me? Let's do it this way. All right, we got my man Tony with the Keys in the background. Y'all can still hear me. You can hear Tony. And this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we could change the way people start their day, we can make a massive impact on this planet. And sometimes all it takes is you hitting that share button to change somebody's day. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I need you to say good morning to me. At first, I'm going to say good morning to my man, Josh. What's up, Anthony Santangelo? What's up, Carrie Lynn Carter? Beth Workman's up in the house. What's up, Brenda? How you doing, Corinne? What's up, Sandra Bensock? Joshua Wilson? Ashley Lawson's up in the house. Chris Yancey? Sean Isaacs? What's up, Scott Gilbert and George Fleming? Whitney Wells is up in here. I believe I already said that. What's up, Trendy Trenda? What's up, Casey Rossiter? Dina Kelly? Aaron Jones is up in here. Pam Biddle's up in here. Gail Beecraft's up in here. Christopher Campbell's up in here. Melvin Rodriguez is up in here. Eric Rillaroy. What's up, Rich? Everybody's up in here. My replay viewers, make sure you pop in here and say good morning so I can say good morning to you. I'll do that a little bit later. And make sure you hit that share button.
Action, execution, come and join the movement. It's a revolution. We focused on solutions for every situation. Limitless inspiration, infinite motivation. We building up a team, connecting brands across the nation and bring it all together. This is history in the making. Facebook's
that song right there is a jam. That's my man Tony Tito with the Keys. Look him up. If you ain't following him already, look him up because he is dope. All right, cool. So I spent a couple days in Miami with a guy named Sean Wolfington. This guy's super, super cool and super, super kind. I got to spend some time with him, and I also got to spend some time in reflection. It was one of the greatest parts of the trip is while I was out there in Miami, I got to spend time, alone. I got to kind of spend some time on my own, and it was really, really neat to be able to get that time to sit still and to reflect. It was like really, really super cool. Now, I also, while I was there, I got to spend some time with this guy. His name's Steve Spray. He works at Grant Cardone's office down there. And when him and I had a really, really good time at Grant Cardone's office. I got to spend some time with him. He's like a brother of mine, brother from another mother. So I got to spend some time with him, and that was awesome. I also got to do some walking down in the art district. If you've never been in the art district down in Miami, it is crazy, man. Every single wall is spray painted with these amazing works of art. And what's crazy is they go through every single month and they like wipe them all out. All of these amazing pieces of art, they get rid of them every month. And then artists go down there and paint new ones every single month. It's crazy. I also got to go to this Miami Heat game. Now, this Miami Heat game was incredible. It was over the top. My seats were right down on the floor. Thanks to my man Sean Woofington. Those were his tickets, and he let me go sit on the floor and watch the game, which was incredible, to the point where I even managed to get a picture with my man, the one and only Dwayne Wade, right? I was able to get a picture with my man Dwayne Wade. This guy's like a 3-time champion. This guy's going to go down in the Hall of Fame as one of the greatest basketball players in the history of all time. And me and my brother Steve and my buddy Dwayne, we got to take a picture, and it was stinking cool. So the reason I'm telling you about this trip is because I sent that picture of me and Dwayne Wade to my friend Sean Woofington. I sent him that picture and I said, thank you so much for the tickets to the game. Really had a good time. And I sent him that picture of us with Dwayne Wade. And he sends me, that was that night, right? I didn't hear back from him that night. And the next morning, Sean sent me a text message back. He sent me a text message back, and all it said is, how did you get a pic with Wade? Right? It said, how did you get a pic with Wade? And so I responded to him. I said, man, we're sitting down there, and Dwayne Wade's getting interviewed like 8 feet away from me. Dwayne Wade's getting interviewed, and we're sitting there, and I'm talking to Steve. We're doing some Facebook live streaming and stuff, and I'm talking to Steve, and I said, Steve, where do you think we could do you think I could get Dwayne Wade to take a picture with me? And Steve was like, it wouldn't surprise me with you, Glenn, is what Steve said. And so there he is. He's interviewing with these people. He gets done with the interview. He gets ready to run off. The court. And as he gets ready to run off the court, I said, hey, Wade, Mr. Wade is what I called him. Hey, Mr. Wade, real quick, man, real quick. Could you just get a picture with us real quick? And he kind of gave me this looked me up and down, looked me sideways, and he gave me the picture, right? We got the picture. And the reason that I'm sharing this, with you guys is the whole way there was all kinds of fear, right? See, Sean had given us tickets in the 6th row, but there were some seats available up front that if DJ Khaled wasn't going to have the seats, we could have the seats. But if he was going to take the seats, we couldn't have the seats. And so we were sitting in the 6th row at first, but we could see the seats were available. And so we had these fears like, hey, Sean said we could go down there, but maybe we shouldn't be. Maybe we should just sit here because the 6th row seats, they're good enough, right? Sitting 6th row is awesome. So maybe we should just stay here and not go down there, because then what if security doesn't want us to go down there? Or what if we're sitting down there and then DJ Khaled shows up and we look like idiot? And so we tried to talk ourselves out of going and sitting down in those seats down there. And then Sean was like, bro, just take the seats. And he sent me screenshots of the tickets, and he's like, go sit down on the court. Are you kidding me? But the fear was kicking in. And finally we went down and we went around and we faced our fear, and we went down on the court, and we sat there right on the stinking court for the entire game. And then we had more fears that kicked in when Dwayne Wade was standing right there, and we were debating whether or not we should ask him a picture. And all of this fear kicked in and said, no, you shouldn't do that, and maybe you shouldn't say that, and maybe you're going to look like a fool, maybe you're going to embarrass yourself, and maybe that's not what people do when they're on the court, and so on and so forth. And all these irrational thoughts through our head and kicked in, and all this fear, and ultimately we just said, hey, let's do it. And we asked, and we got a picture with Dwayne Wade. And my man Sean Woofington told me in a text message that he's had those seats for 10 years, and out of all of the people that he's had as guests sit in those seats, including himself, nobody, and I say nobody in 10 years had gotten a picture with Dwayne Wade. And I think it's because nobody asked. I think it's because nobody asked. I really do. Now, my question for you today is, what is it that you're afraid of? What are the games that you're playing mentally, daily with yourself right now? What are they? Think about it. What possibilities are you holding yourself back from right now? What are they? Listen, I'm gonna get a little crazy with you guys today. I know today's show's been a little bit all over the place, and that's by design. That's on purpose. It's been a little bit all over the place because my life lately has been a little bit all over the place. It has. I've been to Vegas a couple times. I've been to Miami. I'm going to head out to New York here in a few weeks. I'm going to take my daughter up to New York around the holidays, which is super, super cool. I'm going to spend some time with some incredible people, which is super, super cool. But my life has kind of been all over the place. I used to know exactly what it looked like. I used to be really comfortable. I was really comfortable. Yeah, I noticed that froze up. I wonder why that froze up just now. Did you guys get a freeze up on your side? All right, it's kind of freezing up a little bit. Hopefully we don't lose it. I don't want you guys to miss this. So it's streaming, but it's kind of maybe there we go. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. We're back into a cautionary area. Okay, good. All right, check it out. Listen. My life has been kind of all over the place. I was comfortable, right? I was comfortable with my job. I was comfortable with all of that. And I took some chances. I took some risks. I faced some fears. And my life's been a little bit all over. But I want to share something with you that's really, like, amazing. Tony Tito, I'm glad you're on here this morning. We were just playing your music. It's beautiful what you're doing with your music, man. I'm really glad you're here. Bill Have. Hey, guys, real quick, side note, my man Bill Have, he's on here, and Bill Have is trying to, every year he gives away a car, right? His vision is to give away a car, and this year he wants to give away a $10,000 car. He normally gives away like $2,000 or $3,000 cars, right? But this year he wants to give away a $10,000 car, and he's trying to raise money for that. And so here's what I'm going to do, because Bill Have reached out to me, and I've kind of been ignoring his, every time he reached out to me, I shouldn't say ignoring, I just haven't got back, but I guess to him it's probably been ignoring. But, well, here's what I'm going to do. For every day, Bill Have has been struggling to show up here on the hashtag Rise and Grind in the morning, but I see that he's here today. So here's what I'm going to do, Bill Have. Every day that you're on the show at 5:30 a.m. between now and Christmas, I'm going to donate $10 towards your car for every day that you show up. And I challenge anybody here in the group that wants to help Bill Have give away a $10,000 car. Anybody that wants to help, I just challenge that, if you can match my donation, or if you can do $5 or whatever you can do. He's got like a GoFundMe set up, but I want to help Bill Have get to 10,000, but I want Bill Have to earn it. So every day that you show up here in the group, 5:30 a.m., I'll donate money, and hopefully some of the group members will match that every day that you're here. Check it out. All right, again, the reason I'm kind of all over the place is life is kind of all over the place. But I have a vision I want to share with you guys. I want to share with you guys what happens when you start to face your fears, when you start to realize that those fears are irrational, when you start to realize that there's a big, big, big God out there that loves you, when you start to realize that there's a big, 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 big vision and a big dream for you, and there's a plan, and your brain, it literally starts to melt. It starts to mold. Your brain starts to expand to some crazy, massive levels. And here's what I'm gonna paint a picture for you guys real quick. You guys follow me. Follow me. Let's just say, hashtag Rise and Grind, we continued to blow it up, right? Let's say we continued to add and invite people to the group. Let's say we continued to hit the share button and share out the shows. Let's say that we continued to push it, then push it, and push it, where it started to reach more and more people. And let's just say that as we started helping more and more people, we started getting more and more testimonials. More and more people were posting videos about how hashtag Rise and Grind was affecting and changing their lives, how it was affecting affecting their health, how it was affecting their marriages. What if we started getting more attention, right? We started bringing bigger and better guests in on Friday. I shouldn't say better. What if we started bringing in bigger guests on Friday, guests that had bigger followings, and started bringing more people into the hashtag Rise and Grind group, and more people started waking up at 5:30 a.m. and they started attacking their day. They started waking up with no snooze button. They started waking up not touching their phone. They started waking up with gratitude lists and goals, and they started waking up taking care of their physical bodies, and then they started sending out encouraging messages to people all over the place, and they started to lift them up, and they started to encourage them, and they started to continue to push Rise and Grind out further and further, and the group continued to grow, and the show continued to get watched, and all of these things started to happen, and next thing you know, hashtag Rise and Grind became the #1 show in the world. And when it became the #1 show in the world, we started to get some mainstream attention, because all of a sudden we've got incredible guests, and all of a sudden we've got incredible content, and all of a sudden we've got incredible testimonials, and we start to get some mainstream media. And next thing you know, my girl Ellen says, what's this hashtag Rise and Grind about? And my boy Steve Harvey says, what's this hashtag Rise and Grind about? And my girl Oprah says, what's this hashtag Rise and Grind about? And so it goes out and it hits the mainstream, and everybody's talking about it, and it's on the news, and they want to know what is going on with this hashtag Rise and Grind. It's helping people. People are changing their lives. It's happening. People are not grabbing their phones, and they're starting with gratitude, and they're writing their goals, and they're achieving their goals, and they're being kind to one another. This is a big deal. And then all of a sudden they decide, hey, we're going to write a movie. We're going to make a movie called hashtag Rise and Grind. And this movie's going to talk about this homeless dude. It's going to talk about this half black, half white homeless dude who tried to kill himself, but he wasn't successful. And so he fought, and he fought his way back, and he found God and what God could do in your life. And then they told the story, and it was awesome, because the guy landed in a place called Paris, Kentucky. And once he landed in Paris, Kentucky, he was able to make a way for himself in the auto industry. He was able to do something that no one else had ever been able to do. He was able to increase sales at his dealership 800%. He was able to create a culture. He was able to draw people in. He was able to extract the greatness out of them, and he built himself up. And you would think the movie's over at that point, because he reached the pinnacle of success. He went as high as he could go. He became the GM. But no, the movie's not over yet, because that same guy, that homeless guy, that guy that was going to kill himself, that guy that made it to the top of his career, that guy just quit his job. That guy just quit his job. He quit his job to pursue a dream. He quit his job to pursue hashtag Rise and Grind. He quit his job so that he could pour into more and more people. He quit his job so that he could break out of the four walls, so that he could do bigger things, because God was working through him. God was making an impact on the planet through him, and he decided to walk by faith and not by sight, and he quit his job. So we make a movie called hashtag Rise and Grind, and then we take that movie, and here's what we do with it. Not only do we shoot it out across the world to give people a story of hope, and to show them that the impossible, or what they think is impossible, is actually possible. Not only do we do that, but now we take that movie and we go to the areas that have high levels of homelessness. We go to areas across the country where there's homeless people all over the place, and we drop in and we set the movie up, and we do a free screening in this red carpet style. We're gonna go red carpet free screening for homeless people. Come on, homeless people, come on inside. I got some popcorn for you. Come on inside. I got some soda for you. Come on inside. I got some candy for you. And I'm going to show you this incredible movie about a guy that was just like you, that had given up all hope, about a guy that was in the street. I'm going to show you a movie about how he was able to turn his life around, how he was able to find his spiritual side, to take care of his mind and his body and his spirit. And I'm going to show you this movie, and maybe it will encourage you. Maybe it will encourage you to get up and change your life, to wake up a different way every single day. And so we're going to roll the red carpet out, and we're going to bring the homeless people in, and we're going to take our pictures with them, and we're going to laugh with them, and we're going to smile with them, and we're going to give them hugs, and we're going to let them know that they are loved, and that they are children of God, uniquely made. And we're going to do that. And then from there, what if we started to do that, and the movie started to go big, and people started to watch, and we started to change lives? And then what if we decided, okay, we're going to open some hashtag Rise and Grind homeless shelters? That's right, homeless shelters. shelters, and we're going to pop them up all over the United States of America. And instead of just feeding people every day, and instead of just housing people every day, we're going to start equipping people every day. We're going to wake them up at 5:30 in the morning. We're going to have them watch this show called Hashtag Rise and Grind, and we're going to start equipping them. We're going to teach them how to wake up in gratitude. We're going to teach them how to set some goals for themselves. We're going to equip them to be able to rise, evolve, and make an impact on the planet. And the best part is we're going to do it all together. We're going to do it together with love, the way that God meant it to be. That's what I see. That's what my brain sees now. You see, almost 30% of homeless people, it's caused by a mental condition. They say that that mental condition is physical. I sometimes believe that that mental condition isn't physical. I believe that that mental condition is a condition that got derived from their fears, that maybe got beat into them one day, that maybe came from the environment that they grew up in. It's maybe something that somebody told them one day. I don't think all those mental conditions are physical. I don't think they can be solved with medicine. I believe they can be solved with hashtag rise and grind. And maybe we can't solve all of them, and maybe we can't save all of them, and maybe we can't serve all of them, but you know what? We can serve some of them, and we can save some of them. I know that for a fact, Jack. We can make a global impact on this planet. We can make a global impact on this planet. That's the vision God has bestowed on me. And I believe that that what most say is impossible is possible. It's just irrational fears that stand in the way. And so I'm here to tell you, whatever those fears are that you've got standing in the way right now, for whatever reason you're not going and sitting in those seats in the front row, for whatever reason you're not asking for the picture when you see the opportunity, for whatever it is, I want you to attack that today. I want you to eradicate it. Because I'm here to tell you the impossible is possible. When you fall in line, when you step into purpose, when you step into your greatness, when you start doing the things that you were called to do, when you allow God to move through you, when you step out of the boat and onto the water, nothing's impossible, man. Nothing's impossible. Listen, you have to understand something. You. You're a child of God. The God of the universe. The God who created everything. He made you. He made you. Uniquely, perfectly, individually. And he designed you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And I want you to understand that you're already making good decisions. You're in the hashtag Rise and Grind group. You're watching the show. You're commenting on the stuff. You're posting powerful, positive stuff. All of those little things that seem minuscule, that seem small, I want you to understand that all of those things that you're doing, they matter. They matter. It's making an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. It's making an impact on me. You want to talk about impact? You guys have impacted my life in such an incredible way. Such an incredible way. And I absolutely love you for it. I do. If nobody's told you that yet this morning, I want to be the first. I absolutely love you. So today, I want you to throw those fears out the window. I want you to throw those fears out the window. I want you to know you got some powerful stuff in your corner. And I want you to know that once you start to embrace that, the mind, man, I'm telling you, when God puts stuff on your heart, your mind will start to race, and he'll start to equip you. He'll put the right people in the right places at the right time. I promise you that. He will do absolutely all of that. He will provide. He will provide. He will provide. You got to let go of the fear. You got to step out the boat. You got to walk on the water. That's all I can tell you, man. I know some of you guys in here, you're not believers, and I totally get that, man. That's your dig. I used to be you. I used to not believe also, man. I used to, and that's okay. I want you to know that I love you just the same, and I still want you right up in here with me every single day. I do, every single day. But I'm just telling you, man, when you step out that boat, when you climb out that boat and step on the water, it's crazy. It's crazy. Listen, I want you to have an incredible day today. I want you all to know that I've been signing planners like crazy. I got another 42 out yesterday. Everybody will have their planners in their hand by the end of next week. I promise. I'm gonna go a little bit early today, and I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna try to get 100 out today. So I'm gonna try to get them all out. If you haven't got your planner yet, go to GlennLundy.com. You can get planners there. Also, if you need some Rise and Grind gear, go to GlennLundy.com. You can do that there. Also, but most importantly, just do me a favor, man. Do me a favor, please. Come back here again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We're gonna do this all over again on #Rise and Grind. What's up? Should we go out like this one more time, just for 30 seconds?
I just like the sound of it.
I'm a hustler on the grind. You a hustler on the grind. I'm a hustler on the grind. Yeah, we some hustlers on the grind. Look, Dave said make a video on why I deserve to be at Hustle and Grind Con. I said, Dave, that's easy. Everybody knows that I'm an icon. Yes, Tony with the keys, Mr. $1 Billion Drive. Since 1986, I've been a hustler on the grind. Put it all on the line. Every single time. You don't work, you don't eat. You don't grind, you don't shine. Success is a mountain that we all gon' climb. And once we get on top, we ain't never coming down. We set the bar a little higher. This a new level. We don't wait, we create. To be great, never settle. See, I'm a sales hustler. You a sales hustler. Together we done learn how to better help customers, eradicate the negative stigmas associated with the car business. Can I get a witness?